Hi, I'm Antigoni.
Yeah, and tell us a bit about yourself.
So I'm a singer-songwriter from London, and I'm Greek Cypriot, but I was born in London. And yeah, I've just released my first EP, which is like a mini album, and I've got loads more to come. And I just shot a video that I shot in Cyprus as well.
Oh, tell us a bit about your latest song and its video.
Okay, so yeah, so the song is called Good as Gold, and it's like the lead single from my EP. And the song is about somebody who feels like they're not worthy, whether it's because of past experiences or relationships or work or family. They just feel like they're not like worthy. And the song kind of going on a journey to tell that person that they are. And I shot the video in Cyprus because for me that's a place where I feel very rooted and I always feel quite content. Maybe it's because I'm normally there in the summer and it's like a holiday, but for like I always feel really happy. So I wanted to use that, shoot the video there to kind of reflect that. And sorry, my dog barking in the back.
What's the name?
Bella.
Oh, hi Bella. She wants to be part of this too.
So yes, we wanted to shoot the video in Cyprus because I've always wanted to kind of show my heritage and champion that through my music, and it felt like the perfect song to do that, not just because of the sentiment of the lyric that I spoke about, but also because of the gold, like, Cyprus is an island, I feel, especially when I come in the summer when everything's dry, so there's no greenery or anything, it's all golden. And so it was nice to be able to shoot the video in Cyprus.
Okay. I feel that you may have touched a little bit on the next question. What inspired you to make music? Like, what first got you into your art?
Do you know what? It was not really a conscious decision where I heard something specific or saw something and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do music. I don't remember not wanting to do music. It was always, ever since I was like a little girl, it was just always what I loved. I always loved singing and writing songs. So yeah, I just think I don't know whether something specific inspired me or it was just something that I always knew that I was passionate about. But yeah, I've always loved music and it's always what I've wanted to do.
Okay, so there was a moment in your life where something or someone inspired you and you realized that was your career.
Well, I've been inspired by so many artists and so many musicians and songs and whatever, but in terms of making that decision, like one thing that was like, oh, maybe I'll be a singer, I don't remember it being like a conscious decision. It was just always what I wanted to do.
Are there any famous musicians that you admire?
Yeah, so many. My favorite artist is an artist called John Mayer. I love his songs. I love his lyrics are so, lyrically, I'm very inspired by the way that he kind of crafts emotions. I love J. Cole as well. I feel like the way that he writes music is really poetic. I love. I grew up listening to a lot of really old school music like Etta James and Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, Elvis, because that's what my dad listened to. So I kind of was introduced to those old school artists through him. But yeah, I also love. Sorry, my thing just cut out. I also love Taylor Swift and yes, there's so amazing artists that I really love.
Okay, how would you describe the kind of music you typically create?
I would say it's pop, like overall, but for me, it's pop that kind of has a lot of live instrumentation. I try and draw from kind of old school kind of sounds. So I love using like the sounds of live keys or live horns or live piano, and then having that with a combination of more modern kind of beats and bottom end. But ultimately, I would say it's pop.
Okay, knowing that about you, if you could go and open a show for any artist out there, who would that be?
That's such a hard question. There's so many tours that I'd love to go on. I'd love to go on tour with that because he's my favourite artist. But I would love to go on like a Taylor Swift tour and Ariana Grande tour because they're just so big, extravagant, and they have just so much. I feel like there's a lot of female empowerment within those artists and what they're doing. So I would love to go on like a real like female-driven tour. I know that like Taylor Camila Cabello and Charlie XCX on a tour, and it just looked so cool because it's 3 females and the tours are like, and their stadiums as well, so that'd be crazy. I think it'd be unreal to open up for.
I can see you there. Okay. Okay, and with which artist would you most like to collaborate with, like make an album with them?
Oh my god, yeah, John Mayer or J. Cole, or both of them would be great. But yeah, no, I'd absolutely love to collaborate with John Mayer, because there's so much time in my life where I just listen to his music. I don't know why, I just find it really therapeutic and I really connect to it. So to make music with him would be crazy. But I would also love, this isn't an artist, this is a songwriter, but I'd love to work with Max Martin, who's if you look up like the songs that Max Martin's written, it will blow your mind. Like literally every big song from like Britney up until like Pink, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, he's just written he just constantly writes like amazing music. So yeah, I'd love to work with Max Martin on an album.
Where have you performed in the past?
Well, I mean, I've spent so much time like playing in pubs and like little shows like that, trying to get heard. I recently had my first headline show, which is at a little venue called The Waiting Room in London. But yeah, and I've just really all around London, loads of little venues in London, and I did a couple of little festivals last year on little stages. But yeah, it's just performing is something that I love so much and want to do so much more of. I actually just started working with a live agent just before Corona and all of this happened, which was so annoying because it was like, doing some more shows and stuff, but you know, everyone's in the same boat. So, but I can't wait for, you know, life to go back to normal and to be able to play shows again. Oh my god, no! You know what? Who I would love to go on tour with? It's just come into my head. Dua Lipa. I love her. She's so sick, and her tours look sick. And yeah, she'd be someone I'd love to go on tour with.
I know that the situation now with the coronavirus is difficult for all artists, but do you have any scheduled upcoming shows?
Well, I was meant to have my second show in May, but I never even bothered announcing it because I was about to, like, I made the poster, I was about to announce it, but then all of this happened. So I thought, let me wait until I know what's going on. Obviously, no live music was allowed to happen. It still isn't. So I'm hoping to reschedule the show for like October, November time. But I guess it all just depends on when live music is allowed again, because obviously it's just big crowds, so it's like probably going to be one of the last things, but hopefully soon. But I think October, November time.
Okay, we'll stay tuned. So far, which has been your greatest accomplishment?
Well, funny because music is such a like roller coaster, and you know, a few years ago I signed a record deal with Island Records, and that felt like a massive thing, and it was at the time, but obviously I didn't get to release music with them, and it kind of didn't end up being what I thought it was going to be. So it's kind of interesting in hindsight what the biggest achievements are, but one of my proudest things is I got to work with a songwriter called Diane Warren, who was a massive inspiration for me, just like forever. She wrote like Unbreak My Heart. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Aerosmith. And I Was Here, Beyonce, and she's written for Justin Bieber, like just so many artists, and I was always really inspired by her, and I got to meet her and work with her in LA a couple of years ago, and we have a song that we worked on together that I'm going to release at some point. So yeah, for me that was a really cool, amazing thing to get to do.
I feel that lyrics are really important for you. What is your favorite song to perform?
Yeah, lyrics is everything for me, because I feel like, you know, as well, my music is very like storytelling. Well, that's what I kind of try and do. I love each song to be like a little tale, a little story. So yeah, for me that's very important. One of my favorite songs to sing live is a song called Blinked, which I haven't released yet. Hopefully I'll be releasing some point soon. But yeah, I love playing that song live. But of my songs that I've already got out there, I love singing Boosting. Because
me too. I love Boosting.
Do you know, I feel like that's the one that like whenever I play live, everyone kind of really gets involved with and sings along.
Yeah. It might be, the crowd pleaser.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. If you could change anything about this industry, what would it be?
God, that's such a hard question. I feel like one of the things that I find I really struggle with is getting people who have the power to help young artists like get heard are quite jaded, you know, in the sense that like you'll send a song and I don't know if people really listen or if they actually give it the time to pay attention. It would be nice as an artist to be, when you're getting to play your music to like these record executives or whatever, for them to actually pay attention to the music rather than necessarily the numbers. I think so much now is like it's a catch-22, because in order to get the labels and the radio and whatever to pay attention, you have to have millions and millions of streams a lot of the time. But how do you get millions and millions of streams without the support of the labels? So it's trying to get on these playlists and whatever. If I could change anything, it would be the barrier between It would be the barrier between the artist and the people that have the power to help the artist get heard. And I don't know who should be, but yeah, I just feel a lot of the time I'm sending stuff off and I'm trying to get heard and you don't really get listened to, which is hard. I don't even mind like somebody coming back to me and saying, hey, I've listened to it, but this isn't really my thing, or you can improve this and this and that. But sometimes you don't even get the opportunity to get heard and to get that feedback. So it would be nice to like break that boundary.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I promise this is the last hard question. What do you have a message you would like to give to your fans?
Well, for me, sorry, my thing keeps going crazy.
Your fans?
No, just my phone, and I'm trying to turn it off. I'm doing an interview. Sorry. I would give the message that like, I don't know. Hold on, let me think about this question. A message for now, as in the times that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah. No, it's like
with Corona and everything that's going on, or just like in life.
Or from you, I mean, anything that is personal to you and you would like to share, and you know, you might find it hard because
yeah, for me, I would say to like believe, just to stay focused on what it is that you believe in. And like, I feel like I found it really hard in this industry to keep my self-belief, and that's kind of what Good as Gold was about. So, and that's kind of what the song was, that there's a lyric in there that says, don't believe what you've been told. And I think for me, it would just be that thing that of like trying to believe in your craft and keep working hard, because that's something that I've struggled with and that I felt like I've really had to learn, because there's a lot of like rejection, and then there's a lot of like, you know, kind of obstacles that you have to overcome. So yeah, it would just be that thing of like staying focused and, you know, overcoming negative things that you hear, and like and just like reminding myself and reminding anybody that I would speak to, and any fans and anybody that like is listening to me, that everybody who's done well and everybody who's achieved something faced rejection, faced like those negative ones. Like even J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter, that was rejected by publishers. Harry Potter was rejected. Like, the biggest thing in the world. So that's the thing, is just like to keep that faith and keep that belief.
Thank you, that was inspiring. As we said, the situation now is really hard with the coronavirus, but apart from live shows, do you have anything planned? Like, I know you just released Good as Gold, but what's next for you?
Well, I'm just in the middle of finishing my second EP, which is actually nearly done. I've just got one track that I'm waiting to get back. from a friend of mine that I'm collaborating with on this song. But other than that, I've got the second EP, all the tracks are finished, and so the next plan is just to shoot the next few videos for the next EP. And yeah, just I don't want to lose any kind of momentum, so I want to keep releasing music consistently. Well, I would have wanted to release it even earlier, but obviously with everything going on, everything kind of went on pause, and obviously we couldn't film any videos and get in the studio and stuff. But now that things are slowly unlocking, I'm hoping that maybe in the next few weeks I'll be able to start shooting those videos and planning the next releases.
Are we talking about Blink, the spoiler that you gave us?
Blink isn't even on the second EP.
Oh,
It's weird. It's a very weird one with the way that like I'm releasing music, because I never know what the right thing is to do, whether to kind of like just release everything or to kind of save stuff, and I'm trying to find that balance. So Blinked is in a collection of tracks that I made last year when I was in LA, and they're very kind of big pop tracks. If you've listened to the first EP, I'm sure you've heard that it's quite acoustic and quite stripped back. And this second EP is kind of like a bridge between the acoustic stripped back stuff and the really pop stuff. So it's a little bit more pop. It's got a bit more of a high production, but it's kind of like transitional. So Blinked is still a way away. But yeah, there's 5 tracks on the second EP. But yeah, so I'm excited to start releasing those.
Okay, I have one last question / favor to ask you. Will you sing a song for us?
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
In the corner over there.
Great. I just talked to Bella, was it? Hi, Bella. She's just staring at you.
I think she's tired. We went for like a long walk this morning, so she's just sitting out on the sofa. Well, if you said that Boosting was your fave, I can play Boosting if you want, or if you have any others from my EP that you'd rather I played, let me know.
Oh, I don't mind. I'll let you choose.
All right, okay. All right, we'll go for Boosting. Let me just. I tuned before we sat down, but like I swear this guitar goes out of tune so quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
You used to take me out and we used to dance, watch me all night, even hold my hand. But you were never really my man. Skip a couple years and we press fast forward. You see me happy with another boy. Suddenly you lost your voice. Ooh, I wanted you. You didn't want me to. And now you're back. Oh, no. You said you made a mistake. I'm sorry, but it's too late. It's gonna be a no. Thanks for boosting my ego. Boom, back again, but you're just too slow. Boom, back again, but you let me go. Boom, back again. Now I know. Thanks for boosting my ego. I can't lie, I was satisfied to see that lust that's in your eyes. It's so familiar to me. Ooh, you said you made a mistake. I'm sorry, but it's too late. I'm glad you let me go, 'cause at least now I know just what I wanted to hear. After all of these years, it's gonna be a no, but thanks for boosting my ego. Boom, back again, but you're just too slow. Boom, back again, but you let me go. Boom, back again. Now I know. Thanks for boosting my ego. Boom. Now you're back again. Saying I'm the one who got away. Well, that's how it's gonna stay. Boom, boom. You're trying to make amends. Said you regret it every day. Oh, well, what a shame. You said you made a mistake. Sorry, but it's too late. It's gonna be a no. No. Boom, boom, back again, but you're just too slow. Boom, back again. again, but you let me go. Going back and back again. Now I know, thanks for boosting my ego. Going back and back again, but you're just too slow. But you let me go. And now I know, thanks for boosting my ego.
Thank you so much. I had to mute my microphone because I was singing along, and trust me, my voice is not as beautiful as yours. Thank you so much for this interview, and we'll stay tuned to your future, to follow your career, and we wish you the best of luck.
That's the most we have with this interview. Let me off the hook. Thank you.